I felt that she was just using me as a target to give off her agenda of black men ain't shit, to use me. I could it could have been anything. Oh, he called me a hoe. Oh, he didn't do the dishes today. What the fuck? I didn't call you no hoe. What the fuck are you talking about? He said he's a pimping me. I didn't take y'all's money. Like, what the fuck? I was just fucking with the Darrell. She was just cannon fired. Nobody was even thinking about you. We cool. Oh no, don't say I was just using you for. It was just a bunch of bullshit, and she ran with it for the sake of the her rhetoric of black men ain't shit. Look, Photon ain't shit. Darrell ain't shit. Nobody ain't shit. But me. Weird. I just had enough of that. Good luck, Mikey. 1, 2, 3.
You're funny.
But back to there's still good people to talk to behind the scenes.
Hey, now let's stay on you and the Carrie thing real quick. You and Carrie were good until y'all brought the offline shit online, though, right?
We was good until what? Until we brought the offline.
Until y'all let the sector know y'all were communicating offline. Everything was good until then, right?
It was still good
You just said it was good. But when the sector found out about it, that's when shit blew up and became a whole big situation.
It helped.
All this other
I
shit.
think what messed it up is she got too power hungry too quickly. To be honest with you, she got too power hungry. She was on her way to the top, but she was trying to pull a. Let me see a transcript. Let me break it down real briefly. She was trying to pull a coup. She was looking for the godmother role real quickly in this game. She got in this sector. She wanted to be the head nigga in charge or the head woman in charge, whatever you want to call it, respectfully, without calling people names or using the N word or whatever. This is my opinion of how I think of things and what I saw. She wanted the top spot. Whether a male or a female had that top spot, she wanted it. So she went at Darrell. She went at AES from Jump. She went at TCTV. She was going at the heavy hitters. She was trying to make noise and get attention. Oh, Botan is making noise. He's got a channel now. Oh, Eyes Antonia was on his channel, and she's going through a kerfuffle with conscious energy with money. Oh, let me send some money. Let me get in a kerfuffle. It was just in the now where she's at. She's cupcaking with this guy. She's got Nappy Yankee and DeFord and Charlatan simping at the mouth, waiting for her to go live so they could tap in and simp and write in chats. This was all her making. In all her objectives from day one. Where was I going with this? It's just I peeped that shit. Let me read the chat. I can't with that woman. I don't fall for that.
Anti-Afro Svengalis. Well, I couldn't have said it better than what you just heard. But I do want to add a couple of names because we don't want to sell Carrie Ann short when it comes to all that foolishness she was perpetrating when she first got here. She was also proudly proclaiming to have scored a victory, and she was cussing out or cursing peace. So what? You sound so immature. You want a badge for cursing someone out and being vulgar? That's your level of sophistication? You want a feather in your cap for that? You sounded ridiculous. You sounded uncouth. You sounded tacky, very unladylike, just completely and totally idiotic. That's your behavior. That's how you showed yourself to be since you came here. And of course, she jumped on Propane's panel and she knew everything there was to know about the beat situation with Remix and KKC. I mean, I didn't even know what the hell was going on with that. How is she going to know when she just got here? I did not know how all that went down, all the intricacies of developing beats. But Carrie Ann knew. And how did she know? Because she says to her ex-boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend was a producer. How the hell does that enhance your knowledge about producing music? Because you're not in the studio. If that's even true, you're not there in the studio because you wouldn't be allowed into a studio while there's music being produced. Why the hell would you be there? Just always trying to find some way to insert herself. I mean, she was all over having opinions about any and everything and didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. She sounded so incredibly ridiculous. But I can't think of anything more ridiculous than this. whining and crying, saying that Photon called her a hoe. I Photon, and you're not going to call me that. I don't have anything else to do with you. I don't let any man disrespect me. Bullshit, lie. She's so phony. She's a phony atheist. She's a phony feminist. Phony everything. What feminist is going to allow a man to subjugate you and objectify you, starting at your head and going to underneath your feet? That is exactly what Dempsey did to Carrie Ann. It is so vulgar, people. YouTube is taking the videos down on a couple of our harvested channels. Dempsey got a hold of the clip because when he was called to task by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, he figured out, I better get this video down. Yeah, he got the video down on one side, but we still have it at other locations. That shit is so vulgar, we can't even play it regularly here on the YouTube streets. And he was talking about Carrie Ann. And where is Carrie Ann? On Dempsey's channel. See, that's why she's so phony. And you shouldn't believe a word that comes out of her mouth. She says Photon called her a hoe. Dempsey called her 1,000,000 times worse. The reason why she don't want nothing to do with Photon, as far as trying to see whether she can repair anything, because Photon doesn't want anything to do with her. Because he figured out what she was trying to do. She is a user. And she allows herself to be used. And then she realizes it. Then she gets incredibly resentful and goes off on a hysterical rant for God knows how long, and trying to find a way to outsmart people. You can't outsmart people with lies, because your lies just get uncovered each time you tell a new one. I said it before. Very little is true that comes out of her mouth. And she said she was working for Fulton County Schools. She was throwing information out there, trying to throw people off. It just seemed really odd that she would say certain things, but she can't help herself in the end because she has very little self-control, very little restraint. How dare you talk about Rev G and calling him weak? Weak is a person who's unable to control themselves, like you. Very little self-control, very little restraint, and this is why you're in the situation that you're in now. The nerve of you to open your mouth and say anything about Rev G. You have no self-control. The fact that Rev G hasn't lit your ass up is a very solid testament to his restraint and self-control after you accused him of being a criminal, which is actionable. And look at Carrie Ann. She can't handle anybody says something about her. She's in tatters. She has the right to say whatever she wants about you, about your financial situation, about your childhood, about your parents, about your kids, about your supposed living situation. And of course, she's got to weigh in on people's health issues and dental issues. You got missing teeth on the bottom, but you still got enough sharp teeth to slice through cast iron steel. So who are you talking about in reference to anybody's teeth? You are not going to be on a dental office poster trying to sell dental products. She's up here commenting on these issues as it pertains to other people, but she falls apart if anybody mentions anything about her in these situations. But guess what? Too bad. People around here are going to say whatever the hell they want about you, Carrie Ann, because you've run your mouth for 2 damn years talking shit about everybody. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Nobody is going to be walking on eggshells unless they're a fool when it comes to you. Everyone has a right to speak how they want about you because that's what you've done to everybody else. But thankfully, the people who are responding to Carrie Ann have semblance of control and restraint, and we don't replicate what she has said. We don't replicate her words or her action or behavior. That doesn't mean we have to be silent. Constantly talking about other people's situations in their home life, but don't you talk about mine. Well, you know what you can do with that. You can stick it where the sun will never shine. Whoever wants to open up their mouth and talk about you will do that. But you know you were wrong because you took down those videos. Then got pissed because you were confronted about it. Got pissed off because she was challenged about taking the videos down. She was on a live stream and someone said it to her and she got all bent out of shape. What's there to get bent out of shape? You took the damn video down. You're just so intolerant of any level of stress, which means you need to be shutting the hell up. But as we know, she doesn't listen to any sound advice. What do you expect from someone who hangs out with Dempsey? And that is only a situation. She is only there because she thinks that's going to alleviate her feelings of what? Feeling tortured? That's what she said. I'm anti-Afro Svengalis. She has a torture chamber. Well, let me tell you this. Anybody that's run around here falsely accusing people of crimes that can get them arrested, targeting people's children, sexualizing their children, when those people come back at her, if she feels like she's in a torture chamber, that's your fault. You're wrong for what you did. Nobody has to accept it. Nobody has to mitigate it with whatever excuse you're going to come up with. You don't tell us how we're going to respond to your bullshit, Carrie. We will do what we want to do with the information we have with you. You can make up any lie you want about me. Making up lies about me is not getting you anywhere. I don't give a damn about where you live. Never gave a damn about where you lived. I focused on making a report on you based on your actionable conduct. And that is my right. That is everybody's right. And there isn't a damn thing you can do about it. You have no claim against anybody who reports your actionable conduct. And I will post as many videos about you as I want. You can't do shit about that. Your videos all should have been taken down based on how you were talking, but we decided not to take your videos down because they're evidence. Thankfully, we're able to capture the crap that you were saying, and you refused to listen for 2 freaking years, constantly harassing people, lying on people, questioning people, and saying they have HIV, sexually harassing people, talking about their kids, you're racist. It just goes on and on and on. Now you have the nerve to sit up here and say you have this level of dignity that won't allow a man to disrespect you, but you're right over there on Dempsey's page and your lame excuse is bullshit. No feminist, no self-respecting feminist would ever deal with any male who talked about her like the way Dempsey has talked about you. It just proves what a phony you are. That's the bottom line. So I'm just coming on here to remind everybody about the history here of phony ass Carrie Ann who thinks she can maintain control over people's responses to her horrendous, outrageous, abusive conduct, where she's run rampant for 2 years. Just take comfort in the fact that you're a fool. You want to be a fool, you're a fool. Own it. You're letting Nikki Poop Walden tell you what the hell to do. And I see she's not posting any videos. You're on the firing line, listening to these fools, getting pumped up by these idiots who have you on the firing line, and you are standing there with your arms wide open. Bring it to me. I'll absorb all of this for you all, because what are you going to get at the end? Nothing but consequences. If they do what they're supposed to do, they definitely need to know that they have a teacher working for them that's violating code of conduct and thinks she can continue to do what she's been doing. No, you cannot. Not with impunity. Absolutely not. No more than you ever could think that we would do the same to you and get away with it. But we haven't. We're speaking the truth. We're repeating your words. It doesn't matter what you think about somebody's house and how much money they make. It's not relevant to the issues that I'm dealing with. People, you know I have more coming your way about this issue. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.